Chapter 12, Mishnah 2. This Mishnah continues the previous Mishnah's case of a woman who married two men, both of whom committed themselves to provide her daughter with food. If she, i.e. the daughter, got married at a time when both of her stepfathers were still obligated to support her, her own husband gives her food, and they, both stepfathers, give her the value of the food in cash. Usually, when one person borrows money from another person, or accepts to pay him for some other reason, and the debt is recorded in a document, a lien is attached to the borrower's land. This means that if the borrower sells land after the date in the document, the lender can seize the land from the buyer. However, one exception to the last law is the father's obligation to support his own daughters after he dies. Although this obligation is recorded in the Kesubos document, the daughters may not seize land that the father has sold. Based on this, the Mishnah shows that when a man commits himself to support his stepdaughter, as in the previous Mishnah, her rights are stronger than those of his own daughters. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. If the two stepfathers died, their own daughters can collect support only from the available, i.e. unsold property in their estates. But the stepdaughter can collect support even from the sold property, because she is like a creditor who could collect payment even from the debtor's sold properties. The previous Mishnah taught that a man who commits himself to support his stepdaughter must continue doing so even after his marriage to her mother ends. This could be avoided by adding a clause to the contract. The clever ones would write the following to their wives: I am marrying you on the condition that I will support your daughter for 5 years, but only as long as you are with me as my wife. If the obligation is defined in this way, it ends when he divorces her or either one of them dies.